Huge shout out goes out to our current channel members. If you're interested in gaining a channel membership, then feel free to head over to my channel profile and click the join button. Also, we do have a Ninjago Discord server. It's a great way to communicate with myself and many others. For more details on that, click the very first link at the very top of the description of this video.
So hello there everybody, and welcome back on in to the channel here for a video that is going to be very different from the norm, as, well, at face value here, we're just not even going to be talking about Ninjago, but we are still going to be talking about Lego and a Lego show at that, so at the end of the day, it is going to be, I suppose, a little bit similar to Ninjago, but at the same time, this is all about Lego's newest theme and show, that being a LEGO DreamZzz. I'm sure that just the name alone rings a bell, and I'm also going to assume here that a lot of you guys are, again, either familiar with that title, or are actually familiar with the show itself and the sets, and have maybe seen some of it, or if not, you guys are actual fans of it and have seen all of it and are looking forward to more. Whatever boat you're in, I think that today's video is definitely going to appeal to both big DreamZzz fans, you know, people that have watched all of the show, like the show, have maybe even bought a few sets, and also the other group of people that simply haven't seen the show and are a little bit wary on whether or not they should watch it. I think that today's video is going to prove to be a little bit useful to literally everybody, to all audiences that may be clicking and checking on today's video. But today, again, I want to talk about LEGO DreamZzz because recently, guys, time for a small story time, and yes, recently I have decided to check out LEGO DreamZzz. I was just kind of bored a few days ago, right, in the evening. I wanted something to watch, and I decided to check out LEGO DreamZzz. Now, DreamZzz was something I have been familiar with, of course, since we first heard about it earlier this year. I remember when those very strange clips came out where it was like a Ninjago and DreamZzz kind of crossover before the show had actually released, and it was all in this, like, promotion attempt, right? Back then is when I first mostly, right, became familiar with it. But aside from that, I didn't know anything about the characters, I didn't know about the storyline or anything, and I went into this just a few days ago now without knowing anything really story-wise. I hadn't watched any of the trailers other than, again, the kind of like weird Ninjago crossovers we got in like March, April time, I want to say. Maybe a bit after that, maybe a bit before that, I'm not too sure, but that was basically all I had seen. So I jumped straight into it, and yeah, I actually, well, let's just say I liked it a lot. As of the time of me recording today's video, I have watched all of the first 10 episodes, and so I think I can spread my own personal opinion on the show fairly as of now. I am, like, really enjoying the show, and I couldn't be more genuine when I say that. I've kind of expressed my love for this show already over on Twitter, and already people are kind of being a bit suspect with regards to it, like, hey, are they paying you to say this? You know, that kind of thing. But no, I just genuinely love LEGO DreamZzz, and I'd like to kind of explain why I think some of you guys should absolutely be checking this show out, like, right now. I want to share some of my own reasons as to why I personally like it and what I like about it, and then at the end, I just want to have a bit more of a diverse discussion about this with all of you. So first of all, of course, this is a good place to start. There is the concept of dreams overall. There is basically a dream world that you can enter when you're asleep and when you're, well, of course, dreaming, and there are villains in that world that are like a legitimate threat to the waking world, as it's called, that needs to be stopped, and there are some interesting character tie-ins that are very important people, let's say, in the dream world. Again, no spoilers in today's video, but that is a thing. But again, yeah, these threats need to be stopped, and those are the villain nightmare guys. And yeah, this premise is both like generic and also entirely unique at the same time, and that alone is cool enough for me. I like it. That very basic outline that I've just given you is basically all you need to know on paper. That is how basic the story is at very face value. Obviously, there is more to it than that, but at the end of the day, I just want to keep things brief for all of you. But that is the concept of it overall. There are definitely a lot of wacky elements to it, though, again, but to be honest, I've grown to quite like those. The dialogue especially can be quite cheesy at times, as it does try to appeal to a younger audience, so, you know, they try and squeeze in some of that really stereotypical Gen Z type language, which, honestly, I actually find quite funny. Some of you guys may just find it simply annoying, but me personally, again, I've grown to just kind of find it lightly humorous, but at the same time, that isn't like all the show is by absolutely any possible stretch of the imagination, and the good definitely does outweigh the bad in this department. Again, it is a kids show, so just keep that in mind. The dialogue isn't going to be super serious by any means. Obviously, we're Ninjago fans, we're used to that in the first place, but that is just something to keep in mind here. Animation is definitely one other thing I'd like to touch on here, you know, just kind of discussing DreamZzz for all of its most basic points. Animation does have to be discussed because recently, Yeah, the Ninjago community has been hating on it pretty bad, but I've got to say this, it's truly not bad at all in the slightest. Ninjago fans are definitely quick to hate on this aspect of the show, but seriously, once you start watching it, you will very quickly realise that it isn't as terrible as some people make it out to be, like, at all. There are a few random clips taken out of context here and there that do look bad, I will admit. As a fan of Dreams, they do look quite horrendous, but the show itself really isn't that bad by any means. It's actually quite cool. You are obviously seeing some shots of it up on the screen now, and they all look pretty solid to me. I'm not sure about you guys, but the animation overall is not bad in the slightest. But that's going to do it for like the very small, basic outline reference points that I'd like to bring up for Dreams. Overall, though, I absolutely do think that you should try Dreams. Like, seriously, go ahead, just watch a few episodes to get a feel of it, and if you still end up disliking it, then fair enough. If you like it, though, then more power to you. I will have hopefully influenced you to get into this show, because seriously, it's such a good show in my personal opinion. I've been having a blast with it, and I just kind of wanted to do my part to help not promote it, because obviously, you know, I've got a microscopic, tiny community out there in the grand scheme of things, so it's not like I'm going to be bringing this show to life, and I don't want to, like, come across sounding like that by any means, but I just would love to at least spread the word as best I can in the Ninjago community, and influence at least just a few people to watch it, because that's really my main goal here, because, again, I seriously, truly do like this show, and again, if you do dislike it, then fair enough. You know, that's your own personal opinion. If you like it, good on you. Glad that you enjoyed it and having a fun time with it. But with all of this being said, that is basically all I want to really touch on in today's video, so I hope you guys did all enjoy this one here. Bit of an interesting one, bit of a different one, and I may actually make more Dreams content in the future just because I'm enjoying the show that much. But with all of this being said, guys, that is going things here in this video, so hopefully you enjoyed it. Please feel free to leave any of your own thoughts on all of this down below in the comment section, though. I would love to hear your own thoughts regarding this. As always, though, if you did enjoy this video here, please do leave a like on it, subscribe to the Overlord X channel for more, and go ahead and hit that notification bell so that you behind the screen there, yes, you there, I'm looking right at you, can keep up to date on absolutely all things Ninjago here on the channel. And with all of this being said, guys, I will catch you all very soon for a new video. See you all very soon. Goodbye.